When you first start creating content, there's two things that are going to be true. No one's going to watch your videos.
Yeah.
And your first video is going to be worse than your second, and your 10th video is going to be better than your 5th. Well, so let me just take a pause there, just to ask, I guess, a couple of questions to give both, let's say, a reality check and some inspiration or confidence to the people watching and listening to this, because I think, and I can talk about this from personal experience as well, obviously on much lower numbers than yours, but the logic still applies that unless you're remarkably lucky for whatever reason, when you first start creating content, there's two things that are going to be true. No one's going to watch your videos.
Yeah.
And your first video is going to be worse than your second, and your 10th video is going to be better than your 5th.
Yes.
And if there's one word that we can give people that you have to apply this, otherwise don't even start. It's consistency. And
I agree.
You've got to have the consistency and the the fortitude to sit through and put the effort into creating a video that's going to get one like and one view, and still turn up again tomorrow to do another one. Now, I know there's plenty of stories out there of some young guy who shares a music video. It's the first video he's ever done, and he gets 20 million. But what was your journey? I mean, like I said, I know mine personally was that I'd be putting out. I didn't want to create content for a long time because I'd find every excuse not to do it, because I'd think that I was worried about my mates taking the piss, worried about the negative comments, whatever. So, and then you get past that and you start it and you put the first video up and you think, oh, I didn't get any negative comments. I didn't get any negative ones because I didn't get any.
Yeah, of course.
and then the second day is easier than the first, the third day, and I'm now 2 years into this, and obviously nothing like your kind of numbers, but they do consistently grow week on week. And all I can say is, if I hadn't done the first 18 months, there wouldn't have been the last 6 months. But you've just got to blast through it. I mean, what were your numbers back in the day?
Well, I was lucky because obviously I had this platform first, and I was. Okay. And I would say my biggest advice: don't do it unless you love creating videos, because you will get found out. And if you do it because obviously now you see a lot of reality stars and things like that. They go into YouTube, and I get so many people asking me like, "Oh, how do you just transition for YouTube?" And they do a couple of videos, they don't get any views, and they give up because they didn't love it. And the ones who make consistently big careers out of it, if you look at the likes like Logan Paul, Joe Sugg, those guys, the leaders, and they've made millions. I'm talking about multi-millions, some of them. And especially like Logan Paul and everything, they were creating content when they were younger. So they were doing they were performers at school, or they would love media, they loved, performing, they loved being out there, loved being in front of camera. And if you don't love it, don't do it.